Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. This is going to be another Cardano versus Ethereum episode because it's been about a month since I did one of those. And people actually like those episodes. But before I start, if you want to join me on my live stream to discuss these topics live, check out my description and also the link in my comments. I will be streaming on my backup channel, the Good Free Photos channel. I also have crypto daily updates, and that'll be all the day's crypto news summarized into one segment. I'm moving all the update news to that channel, but I'm still using this channel for theoretical and versus videos and stuff like that. So Cardano versus Ethereum. So the thing is, there's the academic side of doing things, and then there's the business side of doing things. And this is why I've been ripping on Cardano so much, because they keep delaying stuff. And we know that Ethereum 2.0's timeline, Ethereum 2.0 is probably going to be out in about two and a half, maybe probably really functional, and people can actually develop on it in about 2 years. So that's kind of the leadway that Cardano has. And that's why they need to get it out as soon as possible. If they actually got Shelly out last year, they would have had 3 years to catch up to Ethereum in terms of clients. Remember, even if Cardano's a little bit ahead on tech, they're way behind in terms of adoption. Ethereum is what's out right now. So any time that you actually delay is time that you're not using to catch up on adoption in clients. And really, any time that Cardano delays is time that Ethereum gets to improve on its actual timeline in terms of adoption. Because remember, even though both projects have been delayed, Ethereum 1.0 is still out there and it's still gaining clients right now. There's projects actually running on it, and there's more people. We hear about more partners joining the alliance all the time and actually depending on Ethereum. Cardano, on the other hand, yes, they want Shelly, the decentralized era with Shelly and Goguan to come out, but they don't actually have a platform for people to actually build on right now. So because they don't have a platform and Ethereum does, not to mention all the other platforms, Ethereum is still gaining on Cardano, so are all the other platforms, as long as they haven't launched it. See, that's the thing with academia. You can take forever in academia to actually do stuff. You really can take forever in academia to do stuff, to get stuff actually peer-reviewed in academia. That's not true for the business world, because the rest of the industry does not wait for you to come out with something before they actually come out with something themselves. That's the big thing about Cardano versus Ethereum. It's how much lead time you have on Ethereum to actually gain some of their customers over, and moreover as that, how much lead or how much of a head start they're giving you. Because the thing is, even if you're a faster runner and you give the other guy a 400 meter head start on a 1600 meter race, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to win. You have to be a lot faster, and you have a lot of catching up to do. Remember, Ethereum projects have been building on Ethereum for years now, and they have that much lead time on Cardano. And the thing is, the longer it takes Shelly and Goguan to come out, the more lead time Ethereum has on Cardano. Likewise, the longer it takes Shelly and Goguan to come out, the less catch-up time Cardano has. And that's why it's actually even a question. If you actually just take the technology and the TPS per minute right now, yes, Cardano beats its Ethereum flat out. But the problem with that is you actually need to release it so people can develop on it. If you actually release Shelly and Goguan about the same time they release 2.0, if it gets delayed that much, you have no chance of catching up to them, because they're going to be almost just as fast as you are. And the thing is, they already have a 3-lap lead, so they're going to beat you. The only way you can catch up to a 2 or 3 lap lead is if you actually launch significantly ahead of them, so you have that time to actually make up ground where they're actually kind of stuck. And yes, Ethereum is actually going to be stuck for a while. So that's why other mainnets actually deserve a mention, like Tezos, VeChain, or whatever other mainnets deserve a mention, because they actually have high scaling and smart contracts out right now. And although for a decentralized mainnet, because VeChain is not truly completely decentralized, it's semi, and Cardano is truly decentralized. For a decentralized mainnet, I actually like Cardano the best, but they have a lot of catching up to do because they've given other platforms such a huge lead time, especially Ethereum. And if they keep delaying, they're just going to actually kill their own catch-up time. So the academic aspect is good to make sure it doesn't have any bugs. And I'm really glad that Byron Reboot has actually launched without any bugs. Really excited about that. Hopefully that pushes Shelly to June, but they can't really delay it anymore, because the longer they delay it, the longer they actually eat up their own time into catching up to, especially Ethereum. And you need a lot of time to catch up to Ethereum. I'm sure McCann is doing a really good job of promoting you, but Ethereum already has that brand name. It already has Microsoft on board. It has JP Morgan using Corium. It has Ernst & Young behind it. So it has all these corporations behind it. And we know from Betamax versus VHS, the best technology doesn't always win out. You have to have enough lead time to convince people to switch over from Ethereum or convince other enterprises to actually use you. And right now, you need that decentralized platform and smart contracts out as soon as possible to gain those customers away from Ethereum, or to attract new customers to actually develop on your platform instead of Ethereum. And you can't do that while waiting 3 years for something to actually come out. So that's what I have for Cardano versus Ethereum. Tech-wise, yes, Cardano is better. It should be dominant, but in reality, in business, even if your tech is better, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that you win. And even if your tech's better, if the other guy already has a big foothold in the industry, it takes a lot of time, regardless of how good your marketing is, to actually pull the customers away from the other company. So that's kind of the situation right now. That's my analysis of the situation. I think if Cardano actually has like 2 years of lead time, which is probably what they're going to have right now if they launch in June, they can take a significant share of that market away from Ethereum. However, if they only have like a 1 year catch-up time, I don't think it's going to be nearly as great. So for investors, how long they actually delay will, I think, ultimately impact like how much money you make. And that's what you should be concerned about. It shouldn't be like, oh, they're doing the right way, the academic way. It doesn't matter if they take forever. Yes, it does matter if they take forever, because if they take forever, you're not going to make as much money. So that is what I have for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.